Good morning to all of you. Welcome to Legal Matters by Sai Babu Sunkara. In this video, we are going to discuss how an incident of the horrifying murder and cutting into the pieces of a girlfriend into 35 pieces case can be proved beyond all reasonable doubt. How can you take the case to the logical end? Actually, this is the duty of the police officer. But since yesterday, some of the students in the jurisprudence class, since they have asked as to how the case, whether the case will stand or not. So I want to give you the details and also the investigation portion also. So yesterday it has come in all the newspapers and also all the electronic media channels. Actually, they have published a very horrifying item. So that is, boyfriend kills the girlfriend and dismembers her and chops her into 35 pieces and scatters the 35 pieces in different parts of the district in a forest in Maharoli area, Chhatarpur Maharoli of New Delhi, South Delhi. So this is the news. Very horrifying news, very tragic news. Dastardly murder. Right. Because the lover cut the lady into 35 pieces after murder, not after murder, he has cut her pieces. Then how to prosecute? Right. So before that, let us know the prefacts of the case. Actually, the name is Aashiqui, Aashiqui poonawala. Actually, he was trained as a chef. That's why he has cut it into pieces. He was trained as a chef. And in 2016, actually, he posted the cutting, how neatly he cuts the meat. Right. So he is a trained chef in Bombay. The deceased or the victim, woman, she is just 28 years. That man was 9 and she is 28 years. Shraddha Wakar. Right. The woman, she was working in a call center in Mumbai. No doubt, both of them fell in love with each other. And they expressed their desire to marry before the elders, but the elders did not agree. The woman, she is from Palghar area, Palghar. So they did not agree. Anyway, so since there was no concurrence or agreement from the parents, then silently they moved to Delhi. Both of them moved to Delhi and they were in a live-in relationship. In Chhatarpur, Maharoli, Delhi. They have taken an apartment for rent. Right. Then all gone well for only few days. Later, the deceased woman, she was pressurizing him to marry her. How many days we can live together like that? Why don't you marry? When are you going to marry? What is the objection? All these things she is raising, and the quarrels started between them. On one day, that is on May 18th, 2022, the quarrel went to the stage. In a fit of rage, this man strangled her to death. So, గొంతు నులిమి చంపేశాడు. తాడేసి లేకపోతే దిండేసి తాడు వేసి కట్టిలాగా ఉంటాడు. So he strangled her to death. Then he didn't know what to do, or I will tell in this manner. He wanted to screen the evidence. So therefore, he has purchased a new refrigerator of 300 liters capacity. Then, in the beginning, I told you, he was trained as a chef and he was adept in using a meat knife. Therefore, he has dismembered the body, he has chopped the body into 35 pieces and inserted them or pushed them in the fridge. But definitely, please know, definitely the bad smell will definitely come out. Therefore, he used the so-called scent, he used agarbattis and unable to bear this, slowly, during the dead of night, around 2 a.m., he used to take part by part and throw them in the nearby forest, which is about 1 kilometer from his residence. Ultimately, all these 35 parts have been thrown or helter-skelter separately in different places. This is one side of the story, but nobody knows that she died because the parents rejected the proposal. Then she has blocked their parents' number. She didn't speak to them for the past 1 year. But father is the father. Father is the father. Vivek Walker. Vivek, his name is, I think is Vivek. I will tell you his name later. Came to light when I stopped talking. Vikas, her father's name is Vikas. Vikas Walker. He came to Delhi from Mumbai. Why? Because the friends of this Shraddha Walker, they informed him that there is no communication from this woman. No updates. The cell phone is not ringing. Something might have happened. They suspected something. So therefore, they alerted him. Anyway, father is a father. Whatever it is, even though he did not like her, their relationship. Since she was missing, he came to the apartment. But the apartment was closed. He went into Mehroli PS and lodged a complaint about the missing of his daughter. A case of woman missing was registered. Then he informed the police about the relationship or the love affair between Aashiqui and his daughter. So after due search and attempts, they found Mr. Aftab Aashiqui. And as usual, the police treatment was given or interrogation was done. Ultimately, he came out with a clean breast of confession that he committed the murder. In a fit of rage, he kept the body after dismembering the same in the fridge, and subsequently he has during the dead of the nights he used to go out and throw away one by part different parts. They showed his arrest. He was arrested on 11th November 2022. I think 4 or 5 days back he was arrested. Then the news went viral. Even we have seen today in the press, in Hindu it has come, the students, the youngsters, they paid tributes to the deceased woman. And they want the maximum punishment to be given to the accused person. Now the point is whether this case will stand in the court of law. If so, how to adduce the evidence? If so, how to prosecute the case? This is important. So in one of my videos, I have clearly stated that the present day young police officers, they are adept or they are experts in so-called forensic knowledge, technical knowledge. So definitely they can recover the pieces of the body. Already by today I came to know that 13 parts of the body have been recovered and the scene of offense is reconstructed. This man was taken. They spent about 2 or 3 hours in the forest and ultimately they would have recovered something also. And how to prosecute? So now DNA test is the most important test in this particular case. So in the fridge or outside the fridge or underneath the fridge or in the apartment, some material object will be traced like hair of the woman. As you all know, blood. So it's definitely blood of the woman. Even though she was strangled to death, she might have definitely suffered some injury, right? Whatever it is. So blood will be found, or some hair will be found, or tissues will be found, tissues of the body. Even they are sufficient to fix up. And moreover, the police already done. They have taken the blood samples of both the parents. Definitely, DNA test. So when both parents are there, definitely this body the DNA of this body will match either to father or to the mother. So DNA test will be there. Then section 6 of the Indian Evidence Act, that is last seen theory. So they will examine the nearby apartment people and they say that both of them lived together as wife and husband and we expected them they are wife and husband. but from soul to date, he is only available. The woman is not seen. This is what is called lost scene theory. And of course, police would have already done it. This is confession, extrajudicial confession. You may be knowing, according to Section 25 of the Indian Evidence Act, whatever confession given before the police is totally inadmissible. But Section 27 says, if the confession leads to the discovery of some material, it is relevant. Of course, that much of the portion is relevant. Secondly, you have to know extrajudicial confession. So, definitely the police would have recorded the extrajudicial confession also. That means after committing the murder, that fellow would approach some ERO or somebody and he stated that he has committed the murder, and this is admissible as evidence. It is taken as extrajudicial. So all the things are only corroborative. They are not conclusive. They are not substantive. But still they can be used as part of the evidence. So the cumulative effect, the evidence of the witnesses, the medical evidence, the technical evidence, the DNA evidence, and the last scene theory, as well as the statements of the witnesses, definitely they will build a stronger case against the accused person. So definitely conviction is sure. Of course, unless the witnesses turn hostile or unless the things will be otherwise, because initially you will have interest, that fellow should be punished, revulsion. Ultimately, after 10 years, you will lose the so-called interest and you will feel sympathetic towards someone. Already, this fellow has been in jail for the last 10 or 15 years. Why unnecessarily let him go outside? That feeling also you may get. But anyway, this is the link-up story for building a good prosecution case. And also anyway, horrifying story which we should not have heard. Anyway, it has done. So please remember, in this collection what you have learned is you must be very, very careful in the so-called live-in relationship. They may lead to this thing. That's why the parental care, the fostering care should be there. So as an elder person I can tell this much. More than that I need not emphasize also. With this I am stopping. Thank you very much.